In the complex landscape of U.S. immigration law, the case of Kilmar Abrego Garcia stands out as both troubling and deeply contested. Was he an MS-13 gang member? Or was he a victim of gang violence, wrongfully deported despite court protections? In October 2019, a U.S. immigration judge ruled that Kilmar Abrego Garcia should not be deported to El Salvador. The judge found that Garcia faced credible threats from Barrio 18, a brutal gang that had harassed his family for years. Under U.S. immigration law, he was granted withholding of removal, a limited but vital protection. ICE, under the Trump administration, had 30 days to appeal the judge's ruling. But they didn't. At that moment, Garcia had legal permission to stay in the United States. But even with that legal protection, shadows lingered. Government documents and some media reports labeled Garcia as a ranking member of MS-13. They pointed to an ICE arrest report and a field interview sheet created after his first contact with police. These documents cited cash, drugs, gang-related symbols, and a 2019 arrest alongside other alleged MS-13 members. Intelligence reports even linked him to human trafficking. Two judges reportedly agreed that he had gang affiliations, but not all of it held up under scrutiny. The field interview sheet, the GFIS, was authored by a detective who was later suspended and convicted of misconduct in an unrelated case. Garcia's defense team and his wife, Jennifer Vasquez Sura, strongly denied any gang ties. Under oath, she testified that Garcia was never a member of MS-13. An immigration judge believed his story and his fear of gang retaliation from Barrio 18. In May 2021, Garcia's wife filed for a temporary protective order alleging domestic abuse. The order required him to stay away. But when she didn't appear for the final hearing, the case was dismissed. They later reconciled and lived together again. On March 12, 2025, Garcia was pulled over in what appeared to be a routine traffic stop. But ICE agents quickly intervened. He was informed his immigration status had changed and was taken into custody. Despite a standing court order barring deportation, he was removed to El Salvador due to what officials later called an administrative error. Was Garcia an MS-13 member? There's no question that some government documents allege that. But others, including his defense team and even an immigration judge, have challenged the evidence. The documents used to label him as a gang member were never submitted in court. And despite the Supreme Court ordering his return, there's no confirmation that the government complied. Garcia's case is more than just a story about one man. It reflects the deep complexity of immigration enforcement, where legal protections, disputed evidence, and human error intersect, where a person can be both feared and afraid, and where justice doesn't always follow a straight path. For now, Kilmar Abrego Garcia remains in El Salvador. Whether he is a threat or a victim depends on which side of the record you trust.